Hi guys, so welcome to part 2 of my video, where I'm making my way from Ilham over to Dovedale.
Just go steady down here. Well, nearly at the top.
So I hope you enjoyed part 2. Please remember to check out part 1 if you haven't seen that one. And right, let's get on with this.
Wipe the screen up a bit. Oh, hang on. Hang on. So, if we go up the other way, that's where the stepping stones are. Okay, so we've got to head the other way, because apparently this way is via the stepping stones. Apparently. This happens every time I seem to come out on an adventure. I end up getting lost. I suppose that's part of it. All I can say is, thank God I've got these Columbia walking boots. Really comfortable and keeping my feet nice and warm and dry. Definitely one of the best presents I've had so far. I've got a feeling this is going to be a pretty long video. I might even have to break this one up into a couple of parts, because there's just so much to explore here, and I want to be able to share as much of it as I can with you guys. So yeah, I think when I'm editing this I'm going to have to make a decision, so this might be 2, maybe even 3 parts. To be totally honest with you as well, even though the rain's not let up, it really hasn't affected what a good time we're having today. It's awesome. Just can't seem to take in all the scenery properly, so I really hope the videos I'm taking are doing this some justice. I stopped filming back there because obviously we're going through a farm, and obviously someone lives there, so I don't really like to record near someone's house. I think it's a bit disrespectful. But getting across that field is an absolute bloody nightmare. So because it's been non-stop raining, it's so muddy, and I did get stuck a few times, so probably a good thing that I didn't film that, because I probably would have stacked it. But we're at the other side now, and as you can see, we're just heading straight across, and well, we might end up at the top of that mountain. It looks like it's downhill, which I'm not sure is a good thing with it being so muddy. There's literally a hotel just behind me there. I just got a whiff of like fish and chips, and I'm thinking, why the hell can I smell fish and chips in the middle of a field? And obviously it's come from the hotel there, but it's starting to make me hungry. So I think once we got to these steps and had a trek all the way back to the car, I think that's going to be the key to head off up into the hill. I saw a parking spot on the way in, so I think we're going to get changed, pop up there, and I've got some food to cook up for a sort of light lunch. So right, let's try not to slide down the hill. Okay, do not slip, do not slip, do not slip. Yes. Log off for a minute to try and get down this hill, get through this gate. Well, that was interesting. There's a bloody car park here. We've just driven down here. We just made it across the fields now. That was interesting. Pretty slippery. But there's actually a car park down this end. and some toilets and whatnot by the look of it. So we're just going to keep heading up and hopefully head up into those hills. I'm going to be honest with you, this is probably one of the best walks we've been on. You could probably just keep going for ages. Obviously it all links up and whatnot, so I think we're going to do a few different routes and come back here and try it out a few times, because yeah, I want to be able to explore a lot more of this. Oh, wow. Certainly wouldn't want to try bringing the kayak down here. I think that's probably definitely get swept away. So apparently Mrs. Outdoors, I guess, has found out where these stepping stones are. So we're going to walk a little bit further and see if we can find them. You know, obviously we pay for parking. It's all National Trust, and I'm happy to pay for parking, especially, you know, paying for National Trust parking, because it all goes towards looking after all these spaces outdoors. So yeah, I probably should get like an annual parking ticket. Maybe that's something I should think about doing later. It probably would be worth it. Right, I need to concentrate because I'm going over a cattle grid. I could have just gone through the gate, but it wouldn't have been as fun. Who needs ankles? Let's just see if we can tilt that up. Look up there. Where's the camera going? Where's it going? Turn. And there we go. Get me in shot. Lovely. Okay, so I've had to switch cameras back over to the actual my iPhone, because the battery, because I've shot so much on the other camera, the battery's run out. So I've just got that in charge on this little USB thing I've got. Again, I've got to get some more of those. So if anyone's looking to sponsor somebody, I could really do with like a power bank. That'd be great. Or anyway, so you can see it's a little bit floody up here. So this is the footpath, and the water's actually coming over the edge. So apparently, even if we do get up to where these stepping stones are, we might not be able to see them. So just, oh, that's going in my shoe. That is going in my shoe. So I'm going to show you how much water's coming over here. Yeah, that's all just coming right over the edge now. So this is a real test for these shoes as well. But check this out, guys. I mean, I'm gonna get out the puddle. Well, puddle, I mean like river. And again, it's probably worth taking a spare pair of socks, which I have actually come prepared today. So can I get out of this water? Yes. So the stepping stones are just behind us, you can see there. It's actually starting to rain a lot heavier now. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to go across those stepping stones. Hopefully I don't fall in. Okay. Well, good job we definitely brought some more socks. So we made it across. We're actually going to head up into there now. I've got no more battery left on this phone and no more battery left on the other camera. So see you guys in a bit. Okay, so we've pressed on and we've had quite a bit of elevation. We're currently going to be trying to make our way to the top of that. So we've come this far. We've now got to just try and make it outside of this. And hopefully there'll be a really good view at the top. And it bloody wants to be after all this climbing. Right, let's go. Okay. I'm going to attempt this one-handed. So I've got this camera in one hand. I've got to try and climb up here. Okay, steady. I've just seen somebody stack it at the top of here, so. Oh, nearly there. So we've had pretty much no phone signal heading up here. We finally just got 3G, so bloody hell, I'm knackered. I'm gonna work out hills. It's nice and steady. Jeez, guys, look at that. I'm not using the gimbal at the minute, I'm just holding the action free. So I don't know if the picture's coming out okay or if it's shaking too much, but if it is, I apologise. But I don't really want to be trying to hold that gimbal as I attempted to climb up the rest of that. I'm definitely a lot fitter than I thought, considering we've been here since 8 this morning, or half 8, something like that. We've been walking the whole time, so looking forward to eating some nice food in a bit. Almost there. Almost there. Right. What bit do we head up? That bit, or that bit? That bit looks a bit more solid. Let's try that. Make sure we've got good footing. Wow. I'm still not at the top. Steady. So I don't recommend anybody climb a giant hill whilst trying to hold a camera. The things I have to do for you guys, just so you get to enjoy the outdoors with me. Well, nearly at the top. I've definitely got some colour in my cheek from all this. Right over there in the distance, you can see it there. No, not that one. That one there, right there, out of view, in view there, right there. That's where we started. So we've done a few loops of that, made our way all the way across that field, and then all the way up this ruddy great big mountain. Has it been worth it? little bit out of breath, a little bit warm, but I think it's been worth it. We just got to try and make our way back down now. I don't know if rolling is going to be an option. So we're pretty much near the bottom now. We're just going to make our way back down into the main car park where we came in. And then we've got to make our way right back over there. So we've just gone all the way up there, to there, and all the way back down, back to here again. I'm bloody knackered. So see you when we get back to the car, guys. Okay, so I'm currently sitting in the back of the car, and since it's still chucking it down outside, as you can see, just about. We've got a nice view. So what we're going to try and do, cook up some food because we're pretty hungry now after this, but yeah, we've got a pretty solid view and really get much better than this, I would say. Okay, so I'm going to cook quite a quick meal if I can get into the cool bag, that is. There we go. Right, so we've got some peppers in there and some celery. I've got somewhere in here do my onions. Oh yeah. Some passata, some chorizo, and we've got some butter to go with this delicious loaf. So that is a jalapeno, cheese and tomato ciabatta, I believe, something like that. So looking forward to having some of this now. Right, let's get cooking. We're not going to need all of this, so I reckon I want a good half of that. Now I like to take the sort of skin off the outside of it, so we just, and we're not using, I'm not going to be using any oil or anything like that with this because well, the chorizo's already enough, so I'm going to use the oil from that to cook down the rest of the stuff. It's quite chunky because I like big chunky bits of it. Not the greatest knife in the world, I mean. Cut that one up a little bit smaller. Okay, let's get them in here. Chuck the chorizo in the pan. Alright, so while that's going, just a bit, that's all gone in there. Got some onion down to go in. I'm only going to make half an onion for that. That can go in with the chorizo. Got some celery. Just chop that down. That can go in there as well. And then we've got some red pepper. So, I like a bit of red pepper. And that will cook down nicely. Set those into strips. Smaller. So you can go in as well. That is everything in there. You see that? So I'm going to just get that. Where we go? get that lit, we get that cooking. And away we go. With this little system, that's already heating up nice and quickly. Need a bit of a mix. Stick. I had to bring somewhere some extra spices, so I'm just going to put a little bit of chipotle in, just a dash of that. It's a good dash. A little bit of extra paprika, but I'm going to do that. So. There we go. Bit of paprika. There. Somewhere else. Aha. Hey, got it. And then a little bit of garlic. That's cooking away nicely. So now we're just going to add in some of our passata. The only thing when you're doing passata, it has a tendency to bloody go everywhere. So, oh, mind you, and that alright. So we're going to get that in. So as you can see, not got the most of room in here, but it's working okay. Should do. Oh, look at that. A bit of butter. Might not even need butter. It's good to go. Get that dish done. There we go. There we go, guys. A little bit of bread. Perfect. Let's get you a little bit closer. So there we go. Chorizo, peppers, onion, celery, passata, some seasoning, and that's a nice quick meal. And we got it. And some of this nice bread. To quote another YouTuber that I watch, that's busting. Good food, good view, good times. So please remember to like and subscribe. I'm going to enjoy this. So until next time, if you're not outside, get outside. And also try that dish, it's really good.